What more would you like to say about the Bank of Industry?
Getting a loan from Bank of Industry is one of the best things that happened to us because it wasn't easy at first. At first, we approached one of the commercial banks that we need a soft loan because when we look at our turnover, it was very high. Okay, can you give us a soft loan for, say, a year on this? And they were charging us a lot of money. They were asking us to bring security, which we don't have. This land, as you're seeing, is not CFO, it's RFO. They said they're not going to take it. So when the ESP program came up, we had to approach the Bank of Industry with it, and they gave us the loan on a single digit with no collateral, no security deposit. So it's been wonderful for what Bank of Industry did for us.
So what's your progression with the Bank of Industry? Are you going to go back? And I also want you to tell me about the structure of that loan. Where are you in terms of repayment? The
structure of the loan is 3 years with 6-month moratorium. I think this is our second month in paying part of the capital. We finished paying them the 6-month moratorium. So when they give us a loan, we're given 6 months to pay back just the interest, after which we'll start paying part of the capital expenditure back. And I think we're in the 8th month and it's been moving on well. Then whether we'll go back or not, we've gone back. And what they said was we need to pay this to a certain level, and they'll be sure that, okay, the exposure to us is not in our favor, but on both parties' favor.
What are you going back for?
We want to expand more.
All right. What are you going to be asking for?
We have a lot, like you see this building. There are no cages inside. We could put cage and put in more beds in that building. So that's why we're going back. We need to expand because, and like I told you, we're not meeting the target. Right now, the egg we produce today have already been paid for. We need to produce more eggs. I want to say thank you, Bank of Industry, for giving us this opportunity. We won't disappoint you, and we wish to do more business with you in the future.
What's your current, feeding them, what's the current?
Suliat Ibrahim is the project officer with the Bank of Industry, managing TFK Farms. She's required to carry out routine visits to the farm to engage the clients with a view to ensuring they operate profitably.
The major risk we have in this business is mortality.
So as long as the theft don't die?
Yes, you're in business. Theft is very, very minimal. It's not like cattle where you pick a cow and you sell for 100,000 or 200,000. Who comes in here to steal 1 or 2 chickens? But we have securities that take care of that. So
as long as the birds
don't die.
Suliat later told me that TFK Farms has a good track record in terms of quality, and they run a sustainable model which strategically positions them to do well in the egg and meat production industry. These projects that we have come to, can you tell me what is the justification for supporting this business?
Okay, first things was because the business has already been established. We could see, and they had evidence and track record. We could see this through their business plan, the model they were operating, and evidentially also through their cash flow. So when we went through their statements, we could see that they had started from, turning 1,000 into more than 1, and then finally expanding. So when they came to us with the expansion plan, it was only logical to actually do it.
I'm interested in the fund from the Bank of Industry that they took. I understand there are quite a number of funds that they could have benefited from. So tell me what informed the particular funds that you put them under, and what makes it suitable for them.
TFK Farms benefited under the Youth Entrepreneurship Summit program, popularly called ESP. It's a program that was designed by the bank for youth ages 18 to 35. And the beauty of the program was they actually designed it to be all-encompassing in terms of capacity building, training, and eventually funding whatever business plan they would come out with at the end of the program. the beautiful thing about ESP is also the interest rate and also the security arrangement. It was because of the demographic and then the challenges surrounding starting a business at a scale, at a micro and small scale. The bank designed a product that would address most of their questions, such as, oh, we don't have property as a collateral, so we designed a different security arrangement. Some of them, oh, we don't want to take interest. I mean, double digit is quite high on any business, talk more of a starting business, so it's a single digit loan. Also, moratorium period is a bit flexible for them, and then the tenure you have tenures ranging between 3 to 5 years, up about 36 to 60 months, which is quite good for any business starting out, which is really good. So for them, it was good that they had a good interest rate. They had flexible moratorium period. They also had a longer tenure compared to other small businesses. And they had the training, which was very, which helped most of them, because ideas are good, ideas come in every other time. But it's one thing to have the idea, and another thing to have the methodology to actually implement this thing, which the ESP did address by putting them under online training, giving them text materials, and then eventually funding business ideas that actually survived all of this training.
There is a cap for the ESP. How much did you give them, and what informed that amount?
In the product design, we look at different areas, and one of the areas we must have looked at in designing the ESP is how much you can actually give a startup without overfunding. And then there was a cap at 5 million. We believe that with 5 million, any business idea can actually, can actually start and then grow progressively before accessing more funds, especially as a credit finance. So BoI, under the ESP program, the maximum you can access single obligor is 5 million, and that was, I think TFK benefited from about 4.5 million for this particular expansion plan.
So how are they doing on repayment?
We fully disbursed for TFK Farms in July 2017, and this is about 8 months into their 42 months tenure. They've gone through their 6-month moratorium period where they're only paying their interest, and as we speak now, they've been doing well paying their principal alongside their interest, which I feel is really good, because it's helped. During the moratorium period, they were able to utilize whatever extra profit they had at the time to also add to the business, so that by the time they start paying the principal, which is a lot heavier than the interest, they can do so consistently and well.
I know there are quite a number of funds at the Bank of Industry waiting for young people to benefit from. ESP is just one of them. Can you tell me more about these funds and how young people can benefit from these funds?
The ESP program is actually an intervention for the youth. As I said, the demographic that was targeted at the time of structuring this product was 18 to 35, and we're looking at being able to assist these business ideas into full implemented business models. And it was designed, the structure from the security arrangement down to the tenure, also the interest rate, was in consideration of the people and the demographic that the bank was looking at. We have other products such as the Graduate Entrepreneurship Fund that is designed for serving corpers, and interestingly, that comes at no interest with about the same tenure. We have some other funds that other micro and small businesses that are already established can also benefit from. If you're looking at the maximum of 10 million, the Bank of Industry doesn't ask you for any property in terms of collateral. You can come in with 2 guarantors, amongst other security arrangements that is best suited to your business.
What potential do you see in this fund?
I'm quite impressed, because this is like a baby project for me. I started this in 2016, going through their business ideas, reviewing some of them, pointing out some directions, seeing the records, and then finally presenting it, getting the approval and disbursing it, and then coming back at a later date and seeing how far they've gone, the number of eggs that are being produced. The birds were quite welcoming when we came in here, and then the fact that they also, because of the loan and how they've seen their potential and ability to expand, they're willing to take it from where they are right now to a bigger space. So it's a happy place for me coming here and seeing what they've done, and I'm very sure that given the capacity that they've exhibited and the funds that they have at their disposal, and then the market available for them, because it's food really, they can do more, and they will definitely do more.